Thank you, thank you. It's interesting. We're heading into this Thanksgiving week, which kind of, for me, I guess, kicks off the holiday season. I've seen a lot of posts this week about don't get your foot off the gas, don't let up. I agree with them, and I kind of wanted to get your opinion on everything. You've been a high performer for many years now. I've talked to some other high performing sales guys. As much as we kind of want to relax a little bit or take some time, um, I don't know if it's just me or whoever, but it seems like we can never just turn it off. What do you think? I mean, I can never just turn it off, man.
No, I'm a big pop culture guy, so I love quoting movies. So I'm thinking of Wall Street, man. Money never sleeps, and
Right.
I mean, I think it's important to reflect and to some time to kind of rest. But like, I get my best ideas during, I guess, what a lot of people call downtime. I mean, it could be like treadmill time. It could be, just time when nobody's up in the house, which when I was in my 20s and starting out in sales and single, that looked a lot different than being married, having three kids. So, for me, there really is no downtime. I'm always thinking, the brain's always twisting and turning on just ways that I can do it differently. And so I think, frankly, holiday week, or there's going to be a little bit of downtime. I think it gives you time to separate from the day to day, some of the minutia, and really look at your process. Where are you succeeding? Where are you maybe not succeeding that you want to do better at? And then how can you fine tune that process? Because sales is process and people. That's it. And it's if you're able to kind of look at your process during downtime like this and say, where might I do better? What are some relationships that I should maybe attend to, whether it's existing clients or, maybe, new outreach that I can be, or, what are some metrics I really need to be focused on? Those are the types of things that I think a lot of sellers, good sellers, are thinking about during time that other people might look at as downtime. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the high performers. I think at the end of the day, I don't think we're ever able or going to be able to turn it off. As much as I can say, all right, next week starts holiday week. I'm just kind of letting my foot off the gas a little bit. Kind of cruise into the new year, sandbag a little bit. I mean, I can say that, act like I'm going to do that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're right. I'm going to be checking my customers' Facebook pages, see what specials they're running, see if they're doing gift cards, talking to them about that stuff. Way back when I started distribution sales, a gentleman told me, he goes, Matt, he goes, if your customers are open, he's like, you have to be open. And that doesn't mean, hey, guard the phone 24/7, but a phone call at 8 o'clock at night about a question, and you pick that phone up, that might mean everything to an owner. That might mean everything to somebody. Sure, it's a little bit of a hassle, that minute, 2 minute phone call, but those guys remember that. I think all customers remember those tiny, small details that we do for them that aren't really part of the process that you speak about all the time. I think it's
Yes.
those
Yeah.
details of beyond the process.
I love that. I mean, it's like the hustle stats in sports, the stuff that maybe doesn't always show up in the box score, but did you scramble after that loose ball? And those are the things that make it happen. Contactability. I mean, I've had so many customers that told me that they did business with me knowing that it was going to cost more, but they did business with me because I was always reachable. I always
Right.
reacted and responded. Even if you don't have an update, a firm update to give a client, let them know, like, hey, I'm working on this. Maybe it's as simple as copying them on the email to the people that are going to ultimately answer the question so that they know that you're actively working to take care of whatever they need. But being reachable, being communicative, those are the types of things that can make all the difference in the world. I love that you said that because, if somebody has a catastrophe at 8 p.m. or 3 a.m., and then make a phone call and you're able to be available for that, or you react and respond accordingly quickly, those types of things really go a long way. I couldn't agree more. Now, you asked a great question about the kind of the downtime, and that a lot of people look at this as downtime, but that being on when your customers are on is so critical. Now, I want to turn that around because I think there's been a lot of really intentional focus spent this year on finding a separation between work and personal, because it's becoming rarer and rarer because we are always on. So
Right.
what do you do to take that time? And I know how you're obviously spending it kind of reflecting and looking at ways that you can improve your craft, but how do you propose taking that time and making sure that you get the time that you need to recharge and be your best when you go back out there?
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow, I'll be honest. I had a killer sales week this week, above and beyond anything I thought or my boss thought I was going to do. I'm going to go play golf tomorrow, Carson. Like, I'm going to do it. And Saturday, I'll probably check emails quick in the morning, and I'll throw the phone up and turn the computer off, and I'll do my thing with the family. Um, Again, I mean, I might sneak in from time to time, raking leaves and see if anything's going on. But I mean, typically, I think, you know, as sellers, we're disconnecting ourselves from the business as well. But I think even our buyers have felt buyer fatigue, and they're kind of disconnecting themselves as well. So I think more now than ever, they're not expecting us to be on as much as they maybe in the past. They don't want to be talked to on the weekend. They don't want to be talked to on their days off. So I think it's more of a cohesion that we're seeing about being quote unquote off than we probably ever have before COVID-19, which I think honestly it's probably going to end up being a good thing.
I sent a newsletter this week, and goes out to hundreds of clients. And usually, it's very formulaic. It's, what's going on, what are some events, what are some things that people can be thinking about and doing. But this time I added a really heartfelt sentiment at the top of it. Every year, I always try around the holidays, specifically Thanksgiving, the Christmas season, to be proactive around being thankful, giving thanks, thanking clients genuinely for the opportunity to collaborate with them, the work that we're able to do together. And I would encourage you, not only as a seller, whoever's watching, but just being really mindful of how fortunate you are. It's an easy time to look at some of the negatives, but also really being mindful, especially if you're in sales, that you gifted with the opportunity to work with and collaborate with a lot of really cool people. That's externally, that could be with vendors, with partners, and that's also with colleagues. And so I would certainly make it, make a genuine, meaningful attempt to reach out to some of the folks that you get to interact with in the sales food chain and tell them thank you.